The recruitment officer's mandibles clicked dismissively as Private Jake Morrison stepped into the Galactic Alliance training facility. At 5'10" and 170 pounds, the human looked pathetically fragile compared to the other recruits. The Kraxan warriors stood 9 feet tall with natural armor plating. The Veldarians possessed 4 arms and reflexes that operated in microseconds. Even the diminutive Zephyrs could generate lethal bioelectric charges. Another human volunteer, Subcommander Thex muttered to his colleague, his scaled head shaking. They die so easily. No claws, no armor, no natural weapons. Why do they even bother? Jake heard every word through his translator but kept his expression neutral. He'd heard it all before during the month-long journey to the training station. The betting pool among the recruits had him lasting less than a day. The first phase was endurance training. The gravity track was set to 3 times Earth normal, comfortable for most species present. Jake watched a Kraxan warrior thunder past, each step cracking the reinforced flooring. The Veldarians skittered by on all 6 limbs, their dual respiratory systems handling the intense pace effortlessly. Then Jake began to run. Not fast, not impressively, just continuously. Hour after hour, he maintained the same steady pace. The Kraxan warrior collapsed after 2 hours, his massive frame too energy-intensive to sustain. The Veldarians' quick-twitch muscles failed them at hour 3. By hour 6, Jake was alone on the track, his peculiar human cooling system, sweating, they called it, keeping his body temperature regulated while others had long since overheated. Impossible, Thex growled, checking his readings. He's been running for 8 hours straight. The combat phase brought smirks from the other recruits. A soft, pink human against warriors bred for battle? The Kraxan, Torax, stepped forward first, his natural armor gleaming under the arena lights. Jake didn't try to match him strength for strength. Instead, he did something unexpected. He watched. Every movement, every pattern, every tell. When Torax charged, Jake sidestepped at the last possible moment, using the alien's own momentum to send him crashing into the arena wall. Lucky, someone hissed from the crowd. The Veldarian fighter came next, for arms weaving a deadly pattern of strikes. Jake took hits, several of them, bruises blooming across his exposed skin. But he kept getting up, and up, and up. Each time he adapted, learned, adjusted. The human's brain, that grotesquely large organ that consumed 20% of his body's energy, was processing combat data at a rate that made the facility's computers look sluggish. By the 10th round, Jake was predicting the Veldarians' moves 3 steps ahead. A grabbed wrist here, a shifted weight there, and suddenly the 4-armed fighter was on the ground, one of Jake's knees pressed against what passed for its throat. How? The Veldarian gasped. You have 4 arms, Jake explained, helping his opponent up, but only one brain controlling them. The pattern was there. I just had to find it. The survival phase was where everyone expected the human to finally break. Dropped on a hostile moon with minimal supplies, candidates had to survive for 7 days. The atmosphere was toxic to humans without a mask. The temperature fluctuated between freezing and boiling, and the local predators were silicon-based hunters that could smell carbon-based life from miles away. Jake's shelter was ugly, a mud-covered hole reinforced with rocks. The Kraxans built magnificent metal fortresses. The Zephyrs created elaborate energy barriers. But when the silicon predators came, they went straight for the obvious targets, the ones that screamed, foreign and threat. Jake's mud-covered shelter smelled like the moon itself. He'd rolled in silicon-rich soil, masked his carbon signature, and learned to move like the local prey animals. He didn't dominate the environment, he became part of it. On extraction day, the rescue team found the Kraxan fortress empty, its owner evacuated on day 3. The Veldarian contestant had lasted 4 days. The Zephyr, 5. Jake emerged from his mud hole on day 7, filthy, exhausted, 15 pounds lighter, but alive. In his hand, he held a makeshift spear tipped with a silicon predator's fong. I got hungry, he explained to the shocked extraction team. Subcommander Thex reviewed the final assessments in stunned silence. The human had placed first overall, not through superior strength or natural weapons, but through something far more terrifying, adaptability and sheer, stubborn refusal to quit. "Sir," his assistant ventured, "should we recommend more human recruits?" Thex's mandibles clicked in what might have been amusement or fear. "No. One human is educational. A full unit of them? That's a nightmare I don't want to imagine." From across the facility, Jake Morrison caught the subcommander's eye and grinned. The age of human integration into the Galactic Alliance military had begun.